Pellegrini no more. David Moyes, it looks like, is coming in. And when you knew we were going to speak about West Ham and David Moyes and Pellegrini, I didn't sense much excitement.
I didn't have any kind of excitement the last time David Moyes took over, in all honesty. And listen, on the one hand, you want to say David Moyes tried and tested in this same circumstance for West Ham, albeit some 18 months ago, and now the need really is that desperate because West Ham are plummeting towards well, just outside the relegation zone, but plummeting towards the championship at this point, and they need somebody to arrest that slide. And David Moyes, given the job that he did in keeping West Ham up last time around, feels like a good fit or a natural fit or an easy choice, however you want to package.
Safe fit.
But considering that, David Moyes and the football that he played, and even in keeping West Ham up, this same ownership group didn't see it fit to offer him an extension on that contract to build on that work, kind of tells you how even they see David Moyes and the job that he's done. Which brings me to the point, if David Moyes is out of contract, you don't see him as being a long-term manager or even medium-term manager at West Ham, given the fact that you let him go last time after keeping the team up. Why sign for 2.5 years? David Moyes is out to work. Surely he would sign for 6 months. But if you think that 18 months would maybe give him better standing, give him better foundations within the dressing room and convincing the players that he's going to be there and you have to play for him, fine. But I don't understand why the extra year on top of that. If the focus is on staying up, give him a bonus to stay up and then you figure out what your next moves are.
They haven't really learned much of a lesson, the West Ham hierarchy, have they? Because, look, if I'm David Moyes, it's not my fault. If West Ham come calling, say, look, can you get us out of trouble like you did before? Surely the blame here has to go on the hierarchy.
Yeah, and listen, the hierarchy have a lot to answer for, in my opinion, in which managers they've employed and how that's worked out. I will be honest, I thought the signing of Pellegrini was an inspired one, but it's proved otherwise. I think Pellegrini is just it's been bemusing, particularly over the course of this season, how poor West Ham have been given the money that they've spent. Given some of those losses, some of those notable losses. This is a West Ham team that lost to Oxford, what was it, 4? And in all honesty, Pellegrini probably could have been out of this job a whole lot sooner, but for a win down at Southampton, but for beating Chelsea a couple of weeks ago. This felt inevitable, and in the end, for people like me who thought it was a good choice, very disappointing.
West Ham have a lot of individual talent, but does West Ham have enough of a spine, enough of a fight to stay up?
West Ham have a lot of talent, but even as I look at West Ham, and listen, it's easy to say this West Ham team is far too good to go down.
No such thing, we've seen that.
Exactly. And as I'm contemplating, and on the one hand, you can make the excuse that without Fabianski, maybe, or with Fabianski, but for his injury, maybe West Ham wouldn't be in this position. Maybe Pellegrini might still be in a job. But as you look from back to front at this West Ham side, outside of Declan Rice, I'm not sure who else makes a jump to a club even in the top half of the Premier League. And that's a concern because there's a lot of talent there that I like and at times feel excited about.
But they flatter
but
to
then
deceive.
but then I sit down and think, well, if he's not at West Ham, where is he going to play? And that becomes a bit of a challenge. Again, considering how much money was spent on individual talent.
Do West Ham stay up?
Yeah, of course. Then we're going to win the league next year.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.